Hey, what's up, Internet? Chef Plum with Plum Love Foods, and thanks for watching us. I really appreciate it. Be sure you leave me a comment and tell me how cheesy I am. Makes it even way more fun. We're here at Butcher's Best Country Market in beautiful Newtown, Connecticut, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things in the world, pork. Who doesn't like pork? If you don't like pork, I would argue that you're not even American. So today we're going to talk about doing pork with something a little bit more traditional and more fun. Sage. Now look, this is fresh sage. It's beautiful. I wish you could smell it. Here, smell it. Can you smell it? You can't smell it. Look, sage is awesome. You chop it up. You got to be careful when you do it because you'll bruise it. But sage and pork are best friends. And when you add their little buddy white wine and a touch of thyme and some salt and pepper, it might as well be the best punk rock band to ever live. I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to sear it in a pan, pop her in the oven, and we're going to be in great shape. Trust me, pork with sage is always a winner. Check it out. What we're going to do is take this fresh sage here and drop it into this bowl. I'm going to leave a little bit reserved to the side. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper here, just like that. And I'm going to add a touch of white wine. And just because this is the way it is, I forgot to grab my oil, but don't move. I'll grab it right here. It's me. And we're going to add about a teaspoon of oil. That oil is going to help keep things sticking to the pork. And I've got a little pinch of dry thyme. Now, when you use a dry ingredient like this, you want to smash it between your fingers. That brings out the natural oils in the dry ingredient. There we go. We're going to give it a little mix around just to get everybody happy in there. Then we're going to take our beautiful piece of pork loin and we're going to roll it in the mix. Get that nice and stuck to it. There we are. Now, we don't have to use it all right away. Some of it is going to come off in the pan. So our pan is nice and hot back here. What we're going to do is grab the hot pan, nice and hot, ready to go, and we're going to drop the pork right in. That's the good sound. If you don't hear that sound, your pan is not hot enough. We're going to sear it all the way around, just like with any roast. You should always sear it all the way around the pan. We're going to pull it out, and I'm actually going to retoss it in here. While that's searing, I'm going to add a little bit more white wine here, and we're going to add the rest of our sage right into this bowl. All right. Once that's done searing around, we retoss it, and we're going to drop it in our roasting pan and pop it right in the oven. I'll be right back. So the nice coloring on the outside, we just pulled it off of the stove, and you can see the brown is fantastic, how it's nice and seared all the way around. I'm going to drop it back into the bowl with the rest of the sage. We're going to give her a little toss. Like I said, retossing it in the sage after you've seared it, I think is a fantastic idea. You'd find some chefs who would tell you, why would you do that? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because I think you're going to lose some of that in the pan when you're searing it. And you can replace it by dropping it back into the bowl with what you have remaining. And there, look, nice and recovered from what we had lost. So we'll move this out the way. I'm going to get our roasting pan. We're going to put it right in there. Now, I'm going to add a little bit more white wine again. This is what I call my safety. I put that in there to kind of help avoid burning my roast. And we're going to add a couple of bay leaves in there, just like that. Boom. Pinch of that dry thyme that we had left, a little pinch of salt and pepper, not much because we are braising. We're going to wrap it in foil. Our oven is already preset. I'm sorry about the noise of the foil. I know it's loud. It's preset at about 400. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop this in. We'll give it about 25 minutes and we'll check it. And then I bet it's going to be a fantastic pork loin roast with sage. So we just pulled our sage-coated pork roast out of the oven, and look how the sage is nice and crusted on there. Isn't that beautiful? And you can see it's all the way around. It's nice and crusted. The ties haven't hurt anything on here. It's kept it nice and uniform. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to taste this. So let's pull the rest of these ties off. Again, this is just butcher's twine, guys. This is nothing special. You can buy this in any grocery store. It's not the magic twine. And let's take our knife and just get a nice little slice into there. The smell is unbelievable from this. I can't emphasize that enough. The sage coming out when you slice it from being roasted, it smells fantastic. And I got to tell you, if you're going to make this for dinner, a simple, easy to do side dish. You could roast potatoes in the oven with a little garlic, salt, and pepper. You could even just steam some asparagus or steam some broccoli to go with it. And the beauty of this, you could even serve it with just a simple little bit of ketchup, a little bit of steak sauce, or we can make a pan sauce out of what's left in the pan. Either way, it's going to be awesome. I'm telling you, these are such simple things to make. And there you have it. It's a little bit of a pork roast, done with some sage. I garnished the plate with sage. Normally I wouldn't do that, but it did look pretty, so we went with it. And guys, that's how you roast a pork loin using fresh sage. It smells great. I can't wait to dig in. We'll see you next time. I'm Chef Plum from Plum Love Foods. Take care.